Hello everybody and welcome to Romanceful's Tarot. I'm about to begin here with a reading. Now this is a reading for the 27th of December 2020 and it is a general reading, so it might not resonate with everybody. It's really important that you take whatever resonates with you and you simply leave the rest of it aside. If ever you feel as though it doesn't quite make sense, you're not quite well with it, just toss it aside. If ever you would like to inquire about having your own reading or you do have any questions, please do contact me. My information is right below into the YouTube description box. Also, if you do enjoy the channel and you have not yet subscribed, please do take a brief moment of your time to click the subscribe button to show your support to the channel and to myself, and it would be greatly appreciated, and I do thank you in advance. So that being said, we are now going to begin this reading. This is a reading with Spirit. Spirit has warnings for you about certain blind spots. So we're going to begin with that, and then I'm going to conclude with a message from one of your guides. So let's begin with the blind spot. Let's go and discover it. All right, and we're going to move over your guide card over here right away for the end. We are going to be speaking about your non-commitment. By the way, just to come and confirm to you, you're in the right reading. This reading is for the sign of Scorpio. Okay, I'm sorry. So, as I was saying, the blind spot that we are talking about here today is going to be about the non-commitment. No matter whether or not you are admitting to it, and no matter even whether or not you're even aware of it, you are non-committed. You're just not committed. Commitment is a state of dedication, and it can be simply defined to commit to something is really to give your energy to something, right? It is to put yourself into something, and the more committed you are to something, the more of your energy and therefore yourself, you are going to put into that thing. Now, if you sit with this idea of commitment just for a moment, just one moment, you think about it, you might already be experiencing the awareness of where you are not committed, and potentially even what exactly scares you so badly about the commitment. In the scenario at hand, I have to say, if not, I want you to ask yourself, what is so scary about giving your energy to something or putting yourself fully into something? Ask yourself that question in the context of the situation that we have at hand. Here's a hint. Most fears on the earth here can really boil down to the intense fear that something is going to be lost. For example, even if your fear is that you are going to gain problems, the flip side of that fear is that the fear is that you're going to lose your inner peace. Some people simply fear, and therefore, what do they do when they fear? They avoid. Commitment in general. So the most common fear that's experienced by people who have this fear of commitment is the fear of being trapped and therefore losing your freedom. So if you fear commitment, your fear has caused you to develop an addiction to the sweet security of escape. Decisions are the ultimate fear. If you fear commitment in and of yourself, you especially fear making decisions because you feel that by doing so, you might lose some options. You fear making the wrong decision and being trapped with the potential consequences, especially the losses of that choice that you're going to make. And this is it's your subconscious definition of failure. So if you are not committing, it is likely that you have a subconscious commitment, let's put it that way, in this situation. And when it doesn't seem like we are committed, it simply means that we are committed to something else. For example, a person may not seem committed to working on something because they may actually be committed to relaxing or committed to escape. We are usually operating according to our subconscious commitment when we say, "Oh, I'll try," instead of "I will. This is because for people who are genuinely committed, they own their free will instead of leaving outcomes into the hands of other people or circumstances. We are always committing to something, whether we are aware of it or if we're not. We often don't want to admit to our real commitment because it makes us feel like maybe we're a bad person. So, if you receive this message here, it's really about the way to create any improvement in this situation is for you to become aware of what you are really committed to. And to either commit to what needs to be committed in this situation or to clearly choose not to commit and communicate to that to others. You cannot have one foot in and one foot out. So this is really about you making this decision of what you are going to do. Are you going to commit or not? And this is not just about relationships. This could be relationship-wise. It could even be just an animal willing to commit. Some people, they take an animal, they keep the animal for a certain time, they can't commit. They get rid of the animal, they find a new family. This is about commitment. It could be to study, it could be to a new class that you're starting. Commitment is in many different spheres, and you will see it is quite repetitive. It keeps coming back. So you need to stop the fear. You need to acknowledge this, why you're not completing your tasks, not completing the new beginnings, and find out if that is fear that is blocking you. So moving on over to your guide. Your guide is going to be speaking about expressing your feelings. So all of your feelings, they're valid and they should be honored. And you are experiencing these thoughts and these emotions for a reason. Never let anyone judge your feelings as silly or inconsequential because they are obviously manifesting within you for a reason. You have the right of self-expression, and it is imperative on your road of self-enlightenment and awareness. It is vital that you, as a human being, release and express all that is within you, but in a safe and in a very loving manner. Never judge or harm another by your actions. That is your ego that is struggling to make itself known. Be kind, be respectful, yet speak your truth. You should never keep a feeling, a thought, or an emotion bottled up inside. You are energy, and energy flows, and when you create a stoppage by suppressing your valid emotions, they are simply left to fester within you. And then you are not in harmony, and you are creating a disease to the natural flow of your energy. So your thoughts and your emotions, they should always come from a space of compassion. Always examine your feelings before sharing them. Are you coming from a place of love or a place of judgment? It is a fine art indeed to be able to really express your feelings while at the same time bolstering your spirit, of another. But by bringing your truth out very kindly and letting others know that you're being honest, but to yourself while being empathetic to them. And that is the key to expressing your feelings. So that being said, my dear friend Scorpio, this does conclude your reading with your blind spot and your guide. I do hope that you enjoyed. I do hope that you're going to be able to apply this to your path. If you do have any questions you would like to contact me, you may do so. All my information is right below into the YouTube description box. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for following messages and have yourself a beautiful and a blessed day. Thank you for being there. I will see you tomorrow with a new message.